bottles in this bitch, 100 models in this bitch. We gon' party like we won the fucking lotto in this bitch. Living reckless, yeah, we know your crew can't hang. We in the section, throwing up them hundreds like it's change. SIMBA, back at it, I'm down in the fifth. I bought the whole shit, making moves, I'm out of the trench. Got out of LA, West Coast, where I represent. It's me, SimbaTv. Bang! What is good, YouTube fam? It's your boy Simba coming back here again with another reaction video for you guys today. For today's reaction video, we got 10 cartoon controversies that almost destroyed Nickelodeon. Now, I can't escape Nickelodeon, apparently. Okay, I love the controversies, I love the theories, I love seeing behind the curtain of Nickelodeon. And I can't wait to jump up in it. If you guys are not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Become part of the notification. Gang, 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 gang. We're bringing new videos to you every single day. So without further ado, let's jump up in it.
It seems like Nickelodeon has had it pretty easy over the years. Well, take a look behind the orange curtain to discover crazy controversies which almost took the whole network down. Before you watch, click subscribe. You'll join our notification squad and be the first to know of new content. Can you guess which movie is represented by these emoji? Stay tuned at the end to find out.
Can you help us find my baby sister? I wouldn't be in such a big hurry if I was you, Tommy. Because when the new baby gets here, she's gonna get all the toys and the love and the attention.
RUGRATS gets canceled. Can you imagine the Nicktoons legacy without the Rugrats?
For real.
The success of the show led to 3 theatrical movies, including a crossover with the Wild Thornberrys. If things panned out how they did in the early 90s, the Rugrats might have fizzled out for good and become a forgotten gem rarely talked about today. Believe it or not, but in 1994, the Rugrats was canceled with no new episodes ordered. The reason behind this stems from the character of Angelica. Writers wanted to keep her more of a bully who bossed the babies around and acted like a brat. Arlene Klasky did not like this version of Angelica, and Angelica's own voice actor didn't approve either. The show's success was undeniable, and Nick ordered it back into production for '96. If the show ended, we would have lost out on the birth of Dill, the spin-off All Grown Up, and several of the holiday specials, which had become an annual tradition in many homes.
Damn, that's crazy, man. Imagine that, because I love watching the Rugrats Christmas. I love watching them. I love watching the Rugrats Halloween, you know, like, dang, that would have been a different childhood if they canceled that. That would have been way different. Invader Zim.
That was easy.
Invader Zim ends too soon. In the early 2000s, Nickelodeon was looking for more gritty Nicktoons that could push the limits when it came to style and content. Well, they got exactly what they wished for in the form of Invader Zim. The bizarre show follows Zim, the alien, as he invades Earth and uses a hodgepodge of technology to try and take it over. The show's outlandish plots and unique animation design helped it stand out from the lighter tones on the channel. Midway through season 2, Invader Zim ceased production out of nowhere. Several episodes, already written and storyboarded, were completely lost and abandoned. Fans were left hanging with no new episodes and no more crazy adventures with Zim. Rumors began to run rampant about the show's demise. Several factors played into it, with one of the more common issues being the viewing audience. The viewers actually watching Invader Zim were much older than the 6 to 11 age range the show was seeking for advertisers. Thanks to the die-hard older fan base, Invader Zim lived on through merchandise sales, helping both Nickelodeon and Hot Topic at the same time. Even though fans had hard feelings against the network, they continued to support the show, which ended way too soon.
They should have put like Invader Zim on like Adult Swim or something like Nick at Night, something like, you know, something like that, man. They should have never just ended it like that, because I remember watching Invader Zim and loving Invader Zim, and I remember just being so crushed when we didn't see no more new episodes, man. And now I go back and watch it, and you know, I still love it. Like it's a classic, man. That Nickelodeon has something with Invader Zim, man, and they just dropped the ball.
I can't come to the phone right now. I'm either hanging with Finn, my kids, my GF, or I'm dead. Bye.
Hey man, hit me when you get this.
Passing on Adventure Time. Looking back on your failures can make you feel depressed, but in Nickelodeon's case, they missed out on what could have been one of their biggest hits of all time. An animation block on Nicktoons showcased previews to a bunch of potential new shows. One of the options was Adventure Time. Yeah,
what?
That Adventure Time. After airing on Nick first, the network determined the show was too weird to sign up for a full season order. What a huge mistake it turned out to be. Cartoon Network swooped in, raised the competition, and Adventure Time is one of the most popular cartoons over the past several years. During this time, Nickelodeon really missed out. Adventure Time officially premiered in 2010. In the same year, Nickelodeon premiered Tough Puppy and Planet Sheen.
Oh, Nick messed up. Nick messed up because I remember watching Tough Puppy and Planet Sheen, man, and they both were ass. Oh, they messed up so big. Oh, wow, imagine that. Imagine being the guy that said no to Adventure Time for those two shows. Ha! That's funny.
Those two shows barely extended beyond their original runs and are all but forgotten about today.
Ewald, would you be so kind as to hang these two young fellers?
Ren and Stimpy get banned. During the same time period Nickelodeon premiered family-friendly Nicktoons like Rugrats and Doug, we also got to witness the rise of Ren and Stimpy.
Hello?
The oddball duo
Crazy
went on
ass
crazy
show.
adventures, pushed the limits of physical comedy, and featured some surreal moments. Long before college students were watching and discussing their favorite SpongeBob episodes, Ren and Stimpy's antics were the topic of discussion. The show loved to push the limits of censors and tried to get away with as much as it could. One example of this was the Season 2 episode entitled Man's Best Friend. In the episode, Stimpy beats a character, George, to a bloody pulp.
You must learn your blade!
The shocking scene caused the episode to get banned, especially after parents complained about the content their young children were being exposed to. Behind the scenes, more controversy was brewing when the show's creator, John Kricfalusi, stopped meeting deadlines and was eventually fired for his lack of work ethic and skipping out on the job. The show lived on, but found better homes by airing on networks like MTV and Spike TV instead of Nickelodeon.
Dear Diary. Hi, it's me, Doug.
Doug moves away. On the first episode of Nick's Doug Funny moves to Bluffington with his family. 4 seasons into the hit Nick show, Doug and his family would move again, but not out of Bluffington. In a rare move, Disney purchased the rights to Doug and produced their own version of the show for a Saturday morning lineup. The move was truly unprecedented, but it also came with a lot of criticism. Nick lost a lot of their Saturday morning viewers as Doug aired alongside Recess and Pepper Ann. Fans were critical of some of the creative changes the show made, but Disney did what Nickelodeon should have and produced a feature-length Doug movie.
Oh,
Budgeted
yeah.
at only $5 million, the movie went on to make around $20 million in just theaters alone. Disney profited huge off of Doug, and Nickelodeon was left with a huge mistake on their hands. In the end, Disney ended up with around just as many episodes and the built-in audience to enjoy the show. As multiple shows begin making television comebacks and revivals, maybe Nick can correct their error and get the rights to Doug once again.
I'm sorry, old friend. I didn't mean to be cruel to you.
ROCKO'S Modern Affair. After the departure of Ren and Stimpy from the Nicktoon lineup, the network needed a quirky replacement. They got exactly what they wished for with the out-there show known as ROCKO'S Modern Life. Right out of the gate, the show presented viewers with a crazy world filled with outlandish stories and a number of jokes catered directly to adults. One of the very first episodes of the show pushed things to the limit and was banned from TV for nearly 10 years.
Really?
In the episode entitled Leapfrogs, Rocco's neighbors Bev and Ed Bighead are going through some marital issues. Instead of working things out, Bev decides to set her sights on Rocco to make her husband jealous. The scenes that follow feature Bev trying all types of seduction and using quotes which imply sexual innuendo. At one point, Bev and Rocco share a kiss together just to make Ed jealous. The whole thing makes a mockery of marriage and adultery in general. A few parent complaints later, and the episode was pulled from rotation. If Leapfrogs continued to air, a few more complaints could have had the whole show pulled off the air for good. The episode returned to rotation and can be seen random times while airing on Teen Nick's The Splat.
Every time, bro, there's something about Rocco that I have never known. Yo, Rocco was the GOAT, man. That's goated, bro. Come on.
Thank you, Lincoln! Hey, I don't want to be part of some dumb old tea party. I'm gonna watch TV.
Quiet rumors in the Loud House. For For the past few years, Nick has relied on long-standing cartoons like SpongeBob SquarePants and the Fairly OddParents to lead their animation blocks through reruns and television specials. The network finally seems to have a new hit on their hands in the form of Loud House. The traditionally animated cartoon follows a young boy who lives in a home with 11 sisters. The chaos and fun storylines have caught on with children, and the show is a bona fide hit for the network. Too bad it almost ended before it just started getting good. Loud House was created by Chris Savino, but Savino got into a lot of trouble when multiple sexual harassment allegations came out about the showrunner. Nick was quick to respond to the allegations. Instead of canceling Loud House, they saved the show and canned Savino instead. Now the animators and workers have a safe environment, and children can enjoy a hit cartoon that doesn't have a sponge in it. Season 3 is currently airing, and Nick has teamed up with Paramount Pictures to release a theatrical adaptation of the show. Savino may have based initial episodes off his own childhood, but now that Nick has control, they will find plenty of ways to keep the show on the air.
I'll try it.
Adapting The Last Airbender. Avatar: The Last Airbender featured a whole different type of animation when it first premiered on Nickelodeon back in 2005. The show featured an anime style, featured characters from all different types of cultures, and played the drama almost completely serious as opposed to some of the more silly cartoons featured on the network. With a number of special effects and combat, the big screen version of The Last Airbender should have been a spectacular event. Instead, it became a critical and financial bomb for
Shit
several
was
reasons.
trash.
The movie nearly tarnished the legacy of the cartoon and could damper any chances of future Nickelodeon live-action movies. One of the biggest problems came with the casting. A number of cultural characters from the show were recast with white actors. As cast posters were released, fans were already angry at the unnecessary changes. M. Night Shyamalan was behind the camera for the movie. The result was a film that felt like a shell of the animated series and a huge disappointment to fans.
You know, bro, this is kinda nice.
What'd I tell you?
Angry Beavers breaks the fourth wall. Originally premiering in 1997, the Angry Beavers felt fresh, funny, and had two good characters to root for. Lasting for 4 seasons, the show provided a lot of comic relief and fit in nicely with other animated shows like Real Monsters and Doug. By the 4th season, the show ran its course and had plenty of episodes set for syndication. The creators of the Angry Beavers were informed of the cancellation and decided to create a very special finale. The only problem? No one would get to see it. The Angry Beavers series finale pretty much broke every rule Nick has for their cartoons. Back in the day, Nick didn't want any true series finales for shows. The final episode was supposed to be just a regular episode, and things could get tied up in a movie or television special if it needed to. Well, in the Angry Beavers episode, the characters learn they are cartoons and are getting canceled from television. They spend the episode trying to escape their fate and often break the fourth wall, another big no-no back in the day. Well, the Beavers probably got angry as the show was pulled and has still never aired, but storyboards from the episode were released.
Huh? Patrick, check it out!
Whoa!
Climate change in Bikini Bottom. SpongeBob SquarePants would probably never be considered a highly political show, but there was a time when an episode made news headlines both on TV and online. The episode itself isn't even an official episode that aired on TV, but rather an educational short produced for children to discuss the impacts of humans on global warming. Entitled The Endless Summer, the story follows Mr. Krabs as he tries to increase his carbon footprint by releasing extra emissions into the air. His goal is to make Bikini Bottom so hot that everyone pays to use the newly installed pool at the back of the restaurant. The short itself is very educational, teaches children basic concepts, and has been used in numerous classrooms. If Fox News had their way, the whole thing would have been pulled from the air and never shown again. The news network claimed the episode feeds into a conspiracy that humans are the cause of increased global warming. Yay. Yet the anchors not only insulted the episode, but the whole series in general. Despite multiple reports attacking the show, Nickelodeon kept using the short for educational purposes and based their research off of true scientific findings rather than opinions. And there you have it. What do you think was the most controversial moment?
Yo, man, these are so interesting. They're so, like, it blows my mind. You know, it really blows my mind looking at this and seeing the background of this stuff, man. But if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. Thank you guys for commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.